Salbonani, Molweni, how are you? Moro. Today we've got beautiful ladies which we want to continuously speaking about autism. I would like to welcome them in the studio and they introduce themselves. I will start with Sisi, the one who was in our first show before. Can you kindly introduce yourself and tell your audience?
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nompelo. I'm staying here in Masi. I'm working at Nompelo Special Care Center. It's been 20 years now that I've been working with children with autism. With me, I'm with former parent of a student that I used to teach, Elias September. I would like to introduce herself.
Good afternoon, people. My name is Lizanne September. I'm Ilias September's mother. He was at September for 4 years at the age of 3 years old. So after 7 years, 6 years, going on to big school, he was transferred to grade 1 big school at Cambridge in 2000 2020. Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
I would like to understand something on autism as the mother of a child who is with autism. Um, when did you discover that your child is autism?
Like I said in my previous on TikTok my video, I was pregnant with twins. So I had a difficult pregnancy because the other one passed away while I was pregnant with Elias.
Oh, okay.
And then they did lots of tests and stuff, and then when he was born, they found out when I was pregnant. They told me he's gonna be Down syndrome, but then they did tests after he was born.
Did they knew he was going to be Down syndrome before he was born, or they found out after he was born?
No, before, while I was pregnant, they did tests and stuff because of the amount liquid that was in his body. So they said there's a 50-50 chance he's going to be Down syndrome, and there's also a 50% chance that he's not going to be. So he was born, he didn't have, they did take further tests at the hospital when he was born,
Okay.
and then he wasn't born with that. And then when he was a year old, I started seeing some signs from him. He get up on high surfaces. He don't um, how can I say he don't look when you call him.
Okay.
When you call his name, or like you see when the baby start clapping hands, saying words, mama, tata. He didn't do all of that stuff. And then I took him to the clinic, and then they referred me to Fishhook Hospital, and then Fishhook Hospital referred me to Red Cross Hospital. Okay. So at the age of 32, turning 3 years old, they diagnosed him with autism.
You as a teacher, and you, when did you discover that this child is also having difficulties?
When he started at September that year, so he was like, as any new child at the school, he was crying a lot, and then he was not responding to his name. He will sometimes close his ears. As closing his ears, it's one of the signs of the autism. And then he didn't have an eye contact. He was still on a diaper, on a nappy, and then and he was still on a bottle, baby bottle. So because when we assess a child at September, we ask the parent to bring doctors reports and all that. So there was a report that the child is autistic. So it's when he started by my class.
Okay. So in the family of your husband or yourself, do you have people who are autism?
No, not autism, maybe Down syndrome. It's two that is Down syndrome.
So it's the first time you have encountered such a situation.
Yes.
So can you tell me and tell the audience, how did you deal with the community and your family, your husband, when you had the child?
Most of my family couldn't handle him and still can't handle him.
Okay.
Then Nompelo will come on weekends.
Okay.
She will do a house visit. She will come ask, do we need help? Can she come visit for the day or something like that? She was very hands-on. She didn't just do it for the money. Like most of the teachers, they will do it for the money. Then they don't go the extra mile and assist the parents. She also introduce us to workshops every Saturday, or one Saturday in a month. Autism Western Cape will come out, and sometimes they don't come, and then she will go further on with the workshop, and she will learn us how to get the child off the potty, of the diaper,
Okay.
how to potty train, etc. So there's still neighbors that irritate themselves because they are children that will just run into your house randomly. So they don't understand that they must knock or whatever. They will open your door and just run in your house, and then you get that two random neighbors that I have at home that will chase him out, that will hit him like that. In the arguments come. I was once I took the police to their house to explain to them, because it's like we explain to them, but it's like we're lying because the child looked normal, but it's like the child is naughty. They don't want to believe it. So I went to the police station and I went to go fetch them just so that I can explain to them, look here, the child is this and that and that.
Okay.
And then, but
So
it didn't stop. It just continued.
It's actually a difficult situation for other people to understand.
Yes, because there's no awareness. There's no, like you see, like HIV and AIDS, TV. There's a lot of
Yes.
adverts on the TV of that. But there's
Awareness,
no, yeah,
autism,
there
yes.
is autism awareness, but it's mostly Facebook, TikTok,
Okay.
and maybe mothers sharing their experiences with the children. They're making videos, they upload it, but there's no people like experienced people coming out to the communities, like doing workshops with the parents and stuff.
Okay.
So the parents is struggling daily with the child. Like yesterday, my child ran away to the park because we don't have parks in Ocean View.
Okay.
It's all broken and whatever vandalized, so there's no parks for the children to play. So that's why me and Nompelo and the other mothers that's struggling want to create awareness. We want to teach the other parents. Maybe you also a parent, you can maybe teach me like how to deal with him, how to handle him or whatever.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So do you happen to have, Nompelo, to have difficulties when you deal with autism children? What are those difficulties that you came across with?
You know what? When I started